It's the $1 million question, guys. Did the 6'5" Galindo folk kill Samcro? Sons of Anarchy, Season 4, Fury. Of course, we're looking at Episode 3, Dolores, whatever way you pronounce it. We've got the 6'5" Galindo folk. And it's not necessarily the fact that it went 6'5", it's the fact that, this was put on the table, this drug cartel. I know you could say, well, this forced it through, but if we fed in a poll up right now about what would have happened if it went the other way. So make sure you go and vote on that. But we did put up three options for this poll, and we have got 368 votes back. So thank you so very much. We've got Bobby and Tig there in the yes column. They're like, yeah, it killed Samcro, buddy. 65% of you guys agree with that. 26% says it played a part, and then at 8% he's said no. And for me, it did. The drugs completely and utterly spiraled things out of control. Now, the only thing is, well, if they vote no to it, Clay's kind of already got them in bed with the cartel. So how would that have went? That video's coming soon. But for me, getting involved with the cartel, the Lobo Sonora, it got Kozik killed. The Rico case as well, like with Juice, would they have bothered going after Juice if there was like no cartel to be had? Probably not, because what would the leverage have been? Yeah, your dad's black, but then how could they ever have brought the cocaine in order to, test the purity? Remember that when Roosevelt arrested him for the possession of cocaine? So yeah, how was that going to go down? For me, it would have been interesting to see, but yeah, this played a big part in Samcro losing not a lot of members. Now it didn't kill Samcro, obviously. Like Samcro still exists, even though with mayhem votes left, right, and centre. You'd wonder why currently today we're happy getting killed and no retaliation. You thought there wouldn't be any retaliation. Yeah, where is the retaliation? We're waiting on it. Right, let's see here. News first, we'll go with. Sort of Hildeman still news first. The 6-5 vote was the beginning of the end of the club. It was interesting to see everyone voted for and against, especially happy from what we now know from Minds. Chibs always seemed to vote the right way. If more had voted no, the fates of so many club members could have changed. Juice Miles Kozik would have been spared for sure. R.I.P. Absolutely. And it's Opie would have been spared as well. I mean, Clay probably wouldn't have been. Well, Clay, I mean, the letters might have come out, but Piney might not. I mean, Piney wouldn't have needed the leverage of the letters in order to get out the cartel. Who else died? Sorry, but this cough, man. Don't even know what's happening. But pretty much everyone who dies after this gets voted through, you can pin to the cartel. You really can. Let's see here. Danny Boy says Opie's foot was most surprising to me. At first, it didn't make sense to him. Then Cartel bails him and jacks out, and he changes his mind all of a sudden. Then again, they'd have to be on their own against the Russians if they hadn't worked with the cartel in any capacity. I think he was just in Jax's court and he was listening to him. He's like, you know what, Jax, I'll back you, big man. Up next, what the fuck is Galindo? Yep, I spelt it wrong. So what? So what if I spelt it wrong? Jeff Dollar says, nah, I think what killed Sam too was Gemma 100%. She's the reason the last three presidents are dead. Think about that one. Well, she is. Got John killed, essentially got Clay killed, pretty much got Jax killed. Jax wanted to, after, killed Gemma. Good night. God damn it, Gemma. Yeah, 4506 says, destroyed the club. They were never able to get back on their feet after it. Let's got 6 replies, so we'll read these. Just Bam says, define back on their feet because the cartel, they made more money than ever. Now you're speaking on a brotherhood level. I would say Clay and Tig did that, killing Donna. Even with Clay and Tig killing Donna, there was still a lot of brotherhood. I feel like in like the back end of season 2 and like season 3, like the club, the latter episodes of season 2 unite it, even though they were split and they took on Sobel in season 3. They helped Jax get Abel back. I think after season 4 the brotherhood did go out the window. I mean, season 5 we've got Clay manipulating the nomads, etc. Season 6 pretty much, I mean, season 6 and 7, the brotherhood's back because they are like, especially season 7, like they're backing Jax to the help to avenge Tara. But obviously, they've lost a lot. It did destroy the club because they killed them a lot of members, and a lot of family and friend members as well lost their lives due to this deal. Yeah. Reply sent, I mean, after the cartel, they all pretty much died except for Tig, Happy, and Chibs. Yeah. Just Bam says West Bobby Jack and Jax died, and it was after they cut ties to the cartel. So again, please define what you mean. Well, see as well I mean, Happy's death is linked to the cartel because I mean, why not? It's linked more. Well, it's linked to Galindo. I mean, they're the ones that fucking. He was a hired hitman. I mean, although I think connecting him's a bit of a stretch, I'll admit. Bridget Connor says, "Are you intentionally failing to see the series of unfortunate events that took place in direct relation to the club's involvement with the cartel? Yes, it turns out people died before and after the cartel considered SOA had a lot of foes, but trying to defend your position with Jax driving himself into a semi after he cut ties with the cartels indefensibly idiotic. All the deaths and club issues in the show were not a direct cause of the cartel, but a whole bunch of them sure as shit were. You can think you're right, but there's no reason to stop thinking. Get a clue. Get a clue, damn it. So, yep, he's telling Josh Bam where to go. I mean, if you look at all the like Clay's death is linked to the cartel. Like, make no mistake about it. Like I said earlier, if the cartel doesn't happen, Piney doesn't use the leverage, and probably all those secrets doesn't come out. Opie doesn't try and kill Clay for killing Piney, right? And then you've got Opie not shooting Clay. Then the whole thing about Leroy getting blamed, Tig going after Leroy, that puts Pope on Samcro's back. And then, you've got Samcro going to jail, Opie getting killed. That probably doesn't send Jax down a darker path. It's all if, buts, maybes, but that's what makes Sun so good for me. Like, one fault leads to all this. I think you will honestly struggle to find another TV show where, like, one simple decision fucks up everything for, like, 4 seasons. It really, really does. There is no way about it, man. Like, honestly, absolutely insane, damn it. Absolutely insane. And then, like, even that, like, the whole Rico deal, that forces Tara to get to Otto, then that gets her jail time, which prompts her to rat, which then prompts Gemma. The whole situation with Gemma. Gemma kills Tara thinking she's ratted, doesn't know about Jax, gave himself up, and then Jax ends up having to kill Gemma, and then he can't really live with himself after all the damage that's been done. And he gets the mayhem vote as well for the whole thing with Jury, which stemmed for Gemma having all that done. So if you look at it, everything stems back to the cartel. Like, it's not like Galindo, or Danny Trejo walked up and killed Jax, but like I just explained there, everything is connected to this deal from season 4 onwards. It really, really is, if you wire it down enough. Bridget Connor says, I agree with you, but thank you for making my point stronger. Miles and Kozik died because of the cartel. Bobby West and Jack died because of a series of unfortunate events for retaliation for Tara's death. Didn't have anything to do with the cartel or the Glinda folk. Maybe you should rewatch the show. It might help you in these conversations. Well, like I just, it does have everything to do with the cartel. Bridget Connor says, don't be a wanker, there's no need for the animosity. Who knows, maybe with a bit less fertility you wouldn't continuously fail to make any sense when talking about SOA, but I will just cock it up to your extreme passion and immaturity. You can't have it both ways. Either I made your point stronger or I don't know what I'm talking about. Regardless, I look forward to hearing your idiotic word salad dissected by like-minded folk who actually have an idea about what's going on in the show. Quick point of order, learn how to break up your sentences with basic use of periods and take the time to spell 7-letter words instead of these half-assed 2-letter abbreviations because of instead of because. It's just lazy and weak on your part. Boom. It's like to be in a court jester. Bridget Connor getting stuck in here. But, I mean, I tell you, like I said, like, West's death comes directly from Gemma killing Tara, which I said is that's because of Tara getting jail time because she tried to get the Rico case took away by getting the auto, and that's because of the cartel. Make no mistake about it, that is because of the cartel. Everything stems back to that. Bobby as well. That's because of the retaliation that Jax went against the Chinese for, and then Marks took it out on Bobby, kidnapped him, and that's because of Gemma killing Tara. Again, stems back to the cartel. Everything stems back to the cartel. It does. It really does. I mean, like, for me, like, what doesn't stem, like, I'm trying to think of a death in the later seasons. It doesn't really, like, even Unser's death stems back to the cartel because he wouldn't, that situation wouldn't be happening if the cartel shit never happened. So, Just Bam. Now, the cartel, obviously with Kozik, right, and Miles, that is like in the height of the cartel, but the cartel takes place way later on down the seasons, man, and it has big ramifications later down the road. And I think, the way I've explained it there, hopefully that makes sense for a lot of people, but that's pretty much what happens because, Tara wouldn't have made the deal without the whole Rico thing coming together with Otto and having to do that. And Gemma then wouldn't have killed Tara, and then that whole situation, season 7 with Bobby West getting killed because of what Gemma did, and then Jax having to kill Gemma, and then Jury getting killed by Jax. It's all spiraled out of control. It really, really is. And even like you look back at season 4, which we'll get to very soon, like when Jax backs Leroy in Oaktown, if he just let Luis Torres wipe out the 1-9ers there on the spot. He's like, we're not goddamn kings here. It ain't Mexico, man. We need alliances, not this relationship. If they get wiped out, then they couldn't have pinned it on Leroy. And when Opie shot Clay. So all these things stand back, and if you look at it and you think about it, they really do. But I can understand, it can be confusing. I mean, if people's only watched this show once, maybe twice, but you know what, when you make fids on it for a living, you really know what the biscuit is, don't you? But anyway, guys, till next time, peace.